Dave, you've got Ryan Pepio on the mound today. When you kind of look at, and I'm not sure if you actually have to see some of his stuff down with AAA, but any of the notes you've gotten back, what is kind of the focus for him right now, and how have you seen him continue to improve for the ahead of this time?
He's improving. He's growing, and I think getting his feet wet at different times here has helped. I think the main thing with Ryan is to stay on the plate. He's got a good fastball. He's got to stay on the plate with that. He's got a slider that he uses, and also his best out pitch is a changeup. So the main thing is for him to stay on the plate, work efficiently, and let the defense stay involved, and it should be a good night.
How have you guys been able to keep a sense of urgency individually and collectively with the lead that you guys have?
I think it's sounds pretty simple. It's a little bit more difficult in practice, but we just stay in the moment. We stay to win tonight's game, and I think that when you hear your leaders on the ball club saying that, the coaches and then the younger players follow, and it's a lot more easy to stay focused when you look at it from that perspective.
How much is it Mookie, Trey, and Freddie posting every day?
It's huge. I think that obviously I try to get them off their feet when we get a chance, but I think their kind of mindset of wanting to be in there every day, every inning is contagious. And the season's already a grind, but to look for no ways to kind of get away from it as far as having a day off or whatever, that just kind of is contagious again. So everyone wants to be in there every night. It's a high-class problem. We have a lot of good players, so it's kind of on me to try to spell guys when they need it, but also the guys that aren't playing every day some at-bats.
Do you see Trey and Freddie starting 162?
Well, I know Freddie's always talked about once we clinch this thing, he'd like to have a day off. So I don't see 162, and I think that they'll probably be in that same category.
Last 7 to 10 days, Muncy and Belly have both picked it up. They've had a lot of success. What do you see that makes you believe that it's not a spurt, that they are turning the corner?
I think with Cody in particular, he's really understanding his swing and really understanding how his body moves. And so I think when an athlete understands that, it kind of guards against a lot of ups and downs, and you can be more consistent, which is hard to say from a former MVP. But I really do believe that he understands how his body works with his swing. So I think there'll be consistency with that going forward. And with Max, I think that obviously the health component is there. He's just getting back to playing the game to win. And not to say he wasn't earlier, but I think that, when you get so internally focused, you really don't have an idea what's going on around outside of yourself. So just getting a little bit more external with his kind of mindset and thoughts, I think, has been a huge factor.
Dave, what were the reports on Dustin last night, and what's the plan with him moving forward?
They were good. Dustin threw the ball well. It was 5 innings, and so he'll make a start on Sunday, and at that point in time, I expect him to join us.
You said on MLB radio that you see him coming back in Miami. Is that still the plan?
I don't know. So if he makes a start on Sunday, so the plan would be either Thursday or Friday. A Friday or Saturday he'll be with us, so wherever the heck we're at.
So maybe Miami at home.
That's right. I probably was misspoke.
We see Kershaw there kind of throwing the ball a little bit. How good of a sign is that?
It's good. I think with Clayton, for me, obviously watching him move around is a good thing, but also just his demeanor. When he gets a little bit more jovial, I know he's getting close. So I don't know a time. I don't think he does, but I do know that just kind of him moving around, he'll start picking the ball, playing catch soon. So like I said earlier, I expect it to be shorter term, so I think that's kind of what it's playing out.
Hey, when you say Cody's understanding his swing and how his body moves with his swing, first time in his career you think that he's gotten to that? No?
I do. And I know it sounds strange, but sometimes people are just so gifted, and ignorance is bliss, or whatever kind of saying you want to say. But I do think that whether it be injury, the struggles, and just kind of taking a step back to understand how I was successful, I think that's a good thing, and I think that's something you can hang on to and have some type of sustainability.
How does that show up for him? Like, what is it that lets you know that he has this understanding that he hasn't had before?
I think it just manifests, and you understand how your body works, how your swing works. So then, now you can really layer in on what the pitcher's trying to do to you, have a real game plan, understand game situations, and now just be a baseball player instead of just, a guy who's just trying to be a mechanical baseball player in the batter's box. So for me, I know no one wants to go through the struggles, and Cody's had to go through it for the last couple of years, but I do believe that him getting to the other side of this is going to help him be better and much more consistent going forward.
Is there any sort of that same element with Max, just considering, coming off the elbow and maybe having to, adjust it all in the plate, or is it a little bit different? With
Different. I think it's different. Max it's a different deal.
So would it be safe, just with Cody real quick, would it be safe to assume that like his swing, his setup as it looks now, that's maybe what he'll keep moving forward?
Yeah. I would be shocked if his swing, outside of a couple little tweaks, would change from here to the end. I'd be shocked.
Have you been shocked in the past with some of the changes?
No, I haven't.
He's made a lot of changes.
He's made a lot of changes and was always searching. But again, that goes back to really not understanding how your swing and your body works. And now I think he has a complete grasp on how that works.